show. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Jaleese. And of course, this is Infinite Modesty Design. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Jaleese. Sorry, I'm just going to mute myself here. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. So as promised, I promised to come and do a live, put all my things here, to come and do a live DIY sewing a Christmas stockings. So I have my stockings here. Hope I didn't, where did I put my actual stockings? But anyway, I have the cutout here. And for those who have been following me, have the stockings in the email. Sorry, I'm just getting myself organized here. Okay, so this is the pattern here. So I will be doing a Christmas stockings, and I'll be so happy for whoever want to join me on live today. Give me one brief second. I just have to grab something here. And for anyone who want to join me on Google Meet, if you're in my email list, you should be able to see the link to join me. Give me 1 second. Okay, I was actually looking for this. Awesome. So for anyone who is on my email list, you should get the email to join me live right now. All right, so who we are, my name is Jaleese again. We are Infinite Modesty Design. We teach you how to sew. And right now we are located in Brampton, Ontario. And I not just teach you how to sew. For those who have been following me know I love the Lord Jesus Christ. So one of the goals to let every one of you guys know that Jesus Christ loves you. He died for your sins. And one of the greatest gifts you could give for yourself is to get to know him as your personal Lord and Savior. And that's a fact. Awesome. All right. So I have some students with me here. Let's see. So I have Angie. So Angie, thank you so much for joining me on Zoom today, on Google Meet today. Thank you so much. So Angie, if you want, you could unmute yourself. I think I had actually mute. Yes. And awesome. So I'm so grateful that Angie was my students for a very long time, and she's with me here today on Google Meet. So anyone who has the link to my email, you could definitely join me, and we could definitely get started. So how are you today, Angie?
I'm doing well. It's been a while since I've been on one of your lives, so I'm very excited.
I know.
On one of your lives. It's been a while, but I'm here.
There you go. Exactly. So she's here.
Voice. I had praise and worship today, so.
Amen. No problem. You are fully excused, my love. All right. Fantastic. So where is my actually brand new students as well? Because I have 2 students in that household.
Yes, you do. I'm calling Andrew.
Okay.
Please go to say hello.
Of course. No problem. So once you come, definitely we'll connect. Okay, guys. So Angie, were you able to connect the pattern?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay.
It was
connected. Okay,
it was pretty straightforward, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yes. Okay,
Here
good.
It comes.
All right.
Say hello. What's up, Peach?
I'm good. I'm so happy to see you online. Could you imagine?
I'll be looking to see you on Monday, man.
Awesome. I'm so happy that you connect on Zoom with me. Good to see you now. I guess Angie's gonna be making a stockings for you today. Thank you so much, Andrew. I love you guys so very much. All right. Thank you so much, Andrew. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's get started, guys. What I'm gonna do, so Angie have a pattern. For those, of course, who have the pattern, it's very, very simple to connect. I'm just gonna go just briefly to show you guys how to connect it. But for Angie, since you connected already, what you need is just 2 pieces of this one. So 2 pieces of this pattern here, and then you just need to cut the other one on a fold, right? Yeah. So this one you just cut 1 piece on a fold. Now these stockings could make. You could also cut 2 pieces, but I just want it to be very, very easy. I'll probably do another live to show you how you could make like a lining. But for now, we're just making a simple one. I'm going to serge it, and then we're done with that. It's very, very easy. 1, 2, 3. All right, so someone actually had messaged me. Okay, for those who has the pattern, and have no clue how to connect it, I'm just going to show you briefly itself. This is, of course, the top part of the sewing pattern here. So thanks for everyone who joining me live on Zoom or on when will you be having weekend classes. I'm not sure when I'll be having weekend classes, but thank you so much for asking. I have classes on Mondays and soon to be hopefully in January on Fridays, and also online. We'll be starting online class as well. Starting in January. I'm going to send out more information, but on weekends, not right now because it's based on the space, at least for now. Okay, so for those who have the pattern itself, I'm just going to show you. So this will be the top part of the pattern here once you cut out everything. And one of the tips I have as well is you could make lines. That can make lines at the bottom here, right? If you want to connect the pattern, you can make lines here. And then this would be like the second part of the pattern. You could also make lines. You could actually trim all that line and connect it right here. And then the bottom part of the pattern itself would be that little tip right here. So we see I put it in a different color, so it's easier for you to connect. So the bottom part of the pattern would be here. It's actually very, very easy to assemble. Very, very, very simple. Even though you're nervous, this is actually the very, very bottom of the pattern here, and you connect it in these 3 parts, just like that. Okay. All right. The other piece now is this. This is a fold part. So when you put in the fabric, I'm going to show you briefly. You have to put the fabric on a fold. So you cut it out just like this, and then you put the pattern on the fabric, and you cut it out as one piece, just like this. It's very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. So you cut out you put it like this, and you cut it out, and you don't cut the fold. Make sure the fold is on a fold, so someone else is coming on, and then you would have one beautiful piece like this. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Okay, thank you so much, Godi Ray, for joining me. I appreciate you joining me today. I'm so grateful for joining me on Zoom today. Okay, guys, so what I want to do here, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I want to make sure we get it boom, boom, boom. It's a very easy project. I'm going to show you guys step by step. For those on Zoom, I'll show you, of course. I'll also try to make sure that you could see the replay if you need to. But I'm pretty sure if you're into sewing, if you're a newbie, then it's obvious you might have to watch this video again. But if you're into sewing, you would be able to follow me along because this is very, very, very easy. And that's why I choose it today. All right. So the first thing we're going to do here, guys. So I may be moving some of my stuff here. All right. Good. So I'm going to be moving some of my stuff here, and I'll pull my sewing machine. So make sure you have your sewing machine ready. With your matching thread and all that. So I'm going to move all the patterns here, everything here, and we are going to get started, okay? All right. So I'm using my sewing machine here. Let me just make sure it's nicely threaded, and we will get started. Oh, I have this threaded already. So I'm going to also use my serger today as well. And so Godiva, how are you? Thanks for joining me, love. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad, thanks. How are you?
That's good. Not bad. I'm so happy to have you on Zoom with me today. All right.
Happy to be here. Thank you for the invite.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that my sewing machine is threaded. And in the meantime, guys, what we're gonna do is this. So this piece here, okay, we're just gonna close it right sides, touching right sides. So just see how I do it. I do it on this is the broad side here. So you open it up nicely. So not on this side, of course, but on the broad side, okay? And then you're gonna close it nicely like this. And you're just gonna sew this down, okay? So just sew it down. It could be half an inch down. It could be just a nice straight and quarter of an inch stitch down. Anyone is fine. Half an inch, quarter of an inch down. That's okay for now, okay? Eventually we could always adjust it. We could always adjust the size. So half an inch, quarter of an inch. The goal is that just sew it down. I don't want it to be too strict with any seam allowance. Half an inch, quarter of an inch is perfectly fine. And then you will see as we go along. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to thread my machine here. And I'm gonna put my Okay, make sure everything is joined. My light is on here. So thank you for those who are joining me. If you definitely joining me for the first time, if you love sewing and you want to just let me know if you have a sewing machine. For those who are joining me live, we are in Brampton. We teach sewing classes, of course, beginners. We do sewing events as well. For if you have a particular event that you want us to host, we do events. We do sewing classes. We do classes for kids as well. And our classes is on a Monday. We will be coming up with online classes in January and Friday classes as well. So that is the actual goal itself. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that you guys see me well here, and then we are gonna get started. So I'm gonna sew this down like I mentioned. So I'm just gonna put it half an inch down anyway, according to my my guide here, half an inch down, making sure everyone can see me nicely. Okay, make sure you can see me nicely. So let's move the camera down a little, and we can get started. So we are gonna sew the first half. Half an inch down as mentioned. Angie, that was clear enough?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, it was clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good. All right, so we're just gonna sew this down nicely. There you go. All right, perfect. So the first half is sewn down. Oh, someone had sent a request. Yeah, you could send me a request again. Sorry, I didn't see the request. I apologize. For someone had just sent me a request, you could definitely send me a request. That's not a problem. Thank you so much for joining me. For everyone who joined me on Instagram, thank you very much for joining me. All right, so now we have finished this portion. So guys, this stocking is almost done, to be honest with you. Okay, we're making the simple version. We are making the simple version of the stocking. Very, very simple. Very simple, very, very easy. So once we have it this way, guys, okay, making sure everyone can see nicely. Okay, so this is what we're going to do once we have it this way. All right, let's see if anyone else wanted to join me. Okay, no. Okay, so next we're going to turn it around, of course. So let's turn it around. But this is what I'm going to do. So watch me first. So yeah, turn it around nicely. And then when we turn it around, we're going to shove this inside here. So we're going to just shove, we're going to make it in half then, pretty much. So we have it just like this. All right, so we just have it in half like this. Okay, very simple. All right, remember, so we're making this part here first, right? So have it in half like this. Very neat, very simple, okay? So just make sure you match up your seams here. All right. And again, just make sure it's nicely in half. Now, there's another piece I had. I'm going to cut it out right now because it's so simple. But it was not part of the pattern. It's just a little hook here. And I'm just going to show you how to do. So just scrap plait here. Just crop and fabric. So just this nice little hook here. We are going to actually do it right now. So what I've done is, and you could take anything actually. I've taken this piece. So Angie, I'm going to give you time to get a little piece. It's it doesn't actually have to be 6 inches, but if you get 6 inches in length by what? By maybe 2 inches in width, 6 inches in length. One piece 6 inches in length by 2 inches in width. All right, that's it. And then what we're gonna do, very, very simple. Once you do that, then you're gonna close this in half. So many of you guys even make a back strap with me. Remember that simple formula. We close this in half. And then we bring the middle part down. So we close it in half. Ouch, ouch. I bounced my own little elbow here. And then we bring it in half. and we bring it in half. So we bring the middle part in half nicely. Okay. So once we bring it in half nicely, we bring one end in the middle, the other end in the middle, and then we close it down nicely again. And we just sew this part down. Okay. We're just making a nice little loop that we could actually hang our stocking nicely up. That's pretty much what it is. Thank you so much for joining me. For those who are joining me on Instagram, I appreciate you joining me. So what we are making, guys, we are making a nice little Christmas stocking, okay? That's what we are making today, and we are doing it live. We also have the sewing pattern itself. You'll get the sewing pattern. It's very much linked to my website. You get a sewing pattern, and you could make yourself a nice little stockings. Okay, and did you got a little scrap cloth there?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, good. All right. All righty. Good, very good. So far, so
yes,
good?
I am.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes, I'm running my sewing machine.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so now we're just gonna take this again. So just to go one more time, make sure you bring it in half nicely like this. Once you bring it in half nicely like this, then you bring the half down in the middle here. And you bring another half down in the middle here. And then you close it in half nicely. So everything is nicely and sealed. So now I'm gonna just sew this down nicely, okay? I'm gonna sew it right at the very edge. So my thread is red. So I'm gonna just show you exactly how we're gonna do it right at the very edge. So I'm gonna bring my machine here, my sewing machine here. And hopefully you could see very well. Okay. And we're just gonna sew it down. Okay. Do your back stitch. Just so right at that close, that area that you open, just at the fold area. Done. All right. We are done. So that's the only part that I didn't have in the pattern, but that one is very, very simple. It's just scrap. And we may not even use this long piece because you may not have to use this long piece. You could use it if you want it long like this, if you want to cut it out to make it a little bit shorter, all that is fine as well. All right. Okay, so we're going to rest this aside. And of course, we're going to leave this aside for now, right? Nice. So now we are going to take the main piece here. Okay. So this is the main piece here. And this is the stockings itself. Right, I'm going to put it down here. Okay. So put it down here, make sure you can see nicely. And then we're going to do right sides to right sides, okay? So, of course, what do I mean by right sides to right sides? The side that you are seeing, the outside of the garment, you will touch the outside. So both outside must touch in each other, okay? So just to explain again, this is the inside of my garment. They are touching. I don't want the inside to touch. I want the outside to touch. So I'm just going to separate them. All right. Now I'm going to have right sides. So that's the outside. Because, of course, I have red. You may not see which is which, right? But now I have right sides touching right sides. Okay. So right sides touching right side nicely. So I hope you was able to see that very well. Okay. So now, as a beginner, I would always say use pins in your fabric. And if you're sewing for the first time, the curve area might be a little bit challenging there to go around. But again, we're going to just sew it all the way around, except, of course, the mouth of the stockings, right? For you to actually put your stuff in. So we're not going to sew the mouth part. I'm just going to get myself some pins here. So I'm not going to pin everywhere, but I would suggest if you're a beginner, you definitely want to pin, or depends on the fabric you're using, right? So what I'm going to do is just pin around like the heel area. Okay. But I will suggest you pin all around if you're still new to this. All right. So, all right. And then we're going to go round and around. Just to stabilize the fabric pretty much. Because when you're pinning the fabric or you want to put, you know, anything you're using to keep the fabric together is really just to stabilize the fabric. Okay. All right. So let me show you what I'm about to do. And for those who are joining me live and you want to just comment on where you're joining me from, that would be wonderful. Thanks for joining me for the first time. We are Infinite Modesty Design. We teach you how to sew. There you go. All right. And we are coming up with online classes in January and Friday classes as well. So let me just show you guys how it is for those on Instagram and for those who is watching me on Zoom or Facebook, wherever it is. This is exactly how it would look. So we are not going to be sewing the top part here. Okay. So what we're going to be doing here, let me show you. We're going to be sewing. Let me put it here so everyone can see me nicely. So we are going to be sewing from here down to here, down at the base here, come up here, and we're going to finish our back stitch right here. Okay. That's exactly what we're going to be doing right now. So you could go ahead and sew 1/2 inch stitch all the way around, and then we're done. Good. All right. And just so far, so good, right? I guess you're probably gone. I know. I know, of course. Okay, fantastic. All right, so we are going to get started. So I'm going to take out your pin if you have pins as you sew. Very important. What's wrong with my thread now? Okay, give me a sec. All right, let me see what's happened with the thread. Maybe actually the thread gets tied up at the very bottom of the base of the thread holder. I think we should be fine. It should be fine. Okay. All right, just gonna start all over. At least from the part it started giving me headache. Okay. So we're gonna take our time. We're gonna go all the way down. Make sure we're watching our lines here to make sure we on point. Nicely down. Always keep your eyes on your line. Always take out your pins if you have pins in fabric, making sure everything is. Okay, I'm going to go nicely around. Nicely around. Take out your pins, of course, okay? Just make sure you take out all your pins as you go along. Nicely around. All right, nicely around. We're going to go all the way around nicely. Take out your pin as you sew. Very important. All right. Nicely around. Oh, you are welcome. Show how to cut the dress. Show how to cut the dress. Okay, thanks for your suggestion. I appreciate your suggestion, my love. All right, so someone said next time show how to cut the dress. I actually do have a nice simple dressmaking event. We don't know when we're gonna come up with that, but thanks for letting me know. Okay, so now we are done with our. So now we are done with sewing everything nicely. Okay. So now we are done with sewing. So next thing what we're gonna do, which is very, very important, is to nip around the corners. Okay. So all the corners here, I'm gonna just nip them to relax the corners. Okay. And again, it's always good to sew this with a stretchy fabric, although I don't have a stretchy fabric here. I have a woven fabric. Okay, but it's always good to use a stretchy fabric if you want. Instead of, let's say you want to push a lot of toys inside of the stockings, then you could actually stretch, right? But today, of course, I'm using only woven fabric. So this is what we're gonna go ahead and do. So hopefully I have a good scissors to nicely trim here. So just look at what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna do my nice little limping. So for those who take my class, have an idea what I'm doing here, especially the advanced class, intermediate class, the neckline. You want to relax the neckline. So because this is a curved area, that's one of the main reasons why we're relaxing just the curved area. We're not going to be relaxing the straight part here. And again, this curve area here, I'm going to also go around that area here too, because it's a bit curvy here. So just to relax that area nicely. That's all we're doing here. So we're just relaxing it nicely. And then the inside here, just around that area here, we're going to relax it nicely. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. So next thing, because this is a very simple, very simple DIY stockings, because this is a very simple stockings, what we're going to do is we are going to leave it in. We're not going to be making a lining. So there's another way we can make a lining, make everything neat and nice on the inside. But because we could leave it like this if you don't have a serger. But I am going to actually go ahead and serge around the edge here because I do have my serger with me. But if you don't have a serger, it's not a big deal, guys. You could just leave it like that because no one would actually see what's going on the inside, right? No one would see that. All right. I'm telling you, that's for sure. So what I would do. Yeah, it's true. It's really, really true. It's true. Oh boy. So what I'm gonna do here now, I'm just gonna serge this right here, just all the way around. I'll use my fabulous serger here for those who had seen me unbox my serger and all that. So you know, have a nice little serger here. So let me bring this down, make sure everyone can see nicely. Okay. So now we're gonna go all the way around. So hopefully everything will work out nicely for me here today. So we're gonna work everything nicely around and just serge it all the way around. Okay, so let's get started. All right. Oh, I'm actually pressing the wrong thing. The wrong thing I'm pressing. Okay. So now, things with solid, just have to be careful that you don't cut out the whole thing, right? Just because you just want the edge to be neat, that's all, right? So just like that. Oh, I am actually shaking. Let me go a little bit slower so you wouldn't shake. So you see how beautiful it looks so far? Very, very nice, very neat. You just have to be careful that you don't cut out the whole stocking. I'm telling you. So how far you reach, Angie? Just waiting for the next step.
I did because I could do the lining, so I'm not talking because.
Oh, you did the lining?
Yeah, I'm not talking.
But you could just do this one for today, no? And then you could do the.
Yes.
But the lining is actually very, very simple as well. It's just that I do this for this. I could always do
because my serger has white tread on it.
Oh.
That's the only reason why.
No, you could just do it for the practice of it, right?
Yeah.
Because I planned this live to be a very simple DIY today, that's why.
Yes,
So.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why. But for the let's finish up here. Almost done here. So just do what you have for now, right?
Yes, I'm just doing what I have now. So here's this.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Lining for the next one.
Yes. It's very simple anyway, but yes. Very simple. I could always do another one. Okay. So I come to the end here and I am going to get my scissors here. And so thanks, Samantha, for joining. And I'm going to take this off here. Okay, so my serger work is done. I'm going to move it out of the way. Oh, Lord, it's heavy. Okay, good stuff. All right, so this is what my nice little serging is here. Of course, you can see it very clear because the thread does not match. So it's very nice to see it. Very easy to see it from mine. Okay, guys, so now this is what we are going to do. We will take, so this is the piece, this is the one I have here. So now we're almost done. We're just ready for our piece to be joined nicely. So I am going to go ahead and, so I'm going to leave So we're gonna put this right sides to right side. So right sides to right sides. So this is on the right sides here. Okay. This is the right side of my the top of my stockings here. And then I'm gonna leave this on the right side. So this is already on the right side. All I have to do is just to shove it down to make sure right sides touch right side. That's it. Okay. Just to make sure that right sides touch right sides. Okay, so let me move this down a bit here. So I would take my, it doesn't really matter because I have seams on both sides anyway. So if you want a proper direction, you could take the side that you have the seams on this side, and you can put it at the back of your stockings. We all kind of have an idea what the back is, right? The back of our actual stockings. You'll put it towards the back itself, like this. So this is, we're going to put it towards the back, okay? So I'm going to push this inside right side. So right sides. And again, the clean part is going on the inside. Easier way to explain. And then the raw side is facing on the outside, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to put it in just like this. Put it in nicely like this. Okay. Now, if this part is a little bit bigger than the stocking, you could always go back and adjust it. You could always adjust the seam allowance. That's not a big deal. All right. Because I think that this fabric I have a little bit more stretchy than the actual stockings fabric I have. So, yeah. So, huh?
I said adjust my seam allowance, but it's okay.
Yeah, you gotta adjust your seam allowance. You can even do a little nice pleats too as well. But yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna shove this inside here. And now the only thing that is facing me now is just the raw edge. So all the raw edge together. So all the raw edge together, and I'm gonna just settle it nicely like this. Okay, so all the raw edge nicely together like this. And then I'm gonna use my pin, of course if I could find it, and I'll just pin all the raw edge together. Now, let's pin it first. We still have to unpin and put that little loop we made earlier, but one step at a time. Okay, let's just pin it up nicely first. And then we're gonna just unbutton, take out one of the pin and repin, that's all. So for now, take your time and pin all the raw edge together. Raw edge to raw edge, pin all of them together. All the raw edge nicely together. So thank you again for all who joining me. Depends on where you're joining me from. You could kindly let us know if you're joining us from Canada, if you're joining us from Grenada, if you're joining us from wherever, Brampton, like wherever you want to mention. And for those who ask me about classes, we are planning to come up with online classes starting January by God's grace. Friday classes, we got a space for Friday. So we'll see how we could do online classes and in-person classes alternate on Fridays. That will be something that I've been looking forward for. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. And this coming Mondays, of course, we have classes every Monday in Brampton by 6 p.m. Our classes start and it runs to 8. So 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. we have classes in Brampton on Mondays. There you go. Okay, so I pin all the way around. So I have this nice pin all the way around, right? So everybody understand that. Now, what I'm going to do with my loop here. Now, I could have done this before. I just wanted to do it step by step. No big deal. So this, I think, this could be fine. If I want, I could make it, I could trim it down to be, I'll just maybe 1 inch shorter, but I think I'll leave it like that. Okay. So we're just going to fold it in just like this. Okay. And then we're going to put it towards the back of our stocking. So this is the back. This is the front end of our stockings here. And then we're going to put it towards the back here. So I'm going to just probably unpin maybe 1, 2 pin here. Okay. And I'm just going to push it towards the back of my. So just as how I have it here, again, the raw edge going to face up. What time on Friday? So 6 o'clock on Friday in Brampton. It's 85 Charlotte Boulevard, if you know where Shoppers World is. So it's in not in Shoppers World though, but that's like a major direction. In the buildings, there's a 4 buildings behind Shoppers World, Brown buildings, and in there we have in the community center, in the party room, we have classes on Mondays itself. Okay, thanks so much for asking. Thank you so much for asking. Yep. So now I hope so Angie, did this make sense though? I was just
yes, it fits.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, so you can go ahead and sew it around. So now
this, right?
Yep, let me see.
Yep.
Let me see, Angie. Where is it? Okay, so no. So let me do it again. So Angie didn't have it right. So I'm gonna take this out. And I'm happy you're here so I could actually make sure that everyone sees it nicely. So we're gonna take this out. So we're gonna sandwich it in, okay, guys? So we're gonna take this nicely, fold it again, and we're gonna sandwich it in. So what I did first, I pin it first, and then we're gonna take out 2 pins and sandwich this in. So Angie, no, we're gonna sandwich it in, love. So we're gonna take
the strap.
I know. Okay. Actually, you know what? I forgot you guys is on thing with me. Make sure if you're not seeing me clearly, just let me know as well. Because I have 3 different screens. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Okay, guys. So just to do it again. So I'm gonna take this here and I'm gonna shove it in between. Okay, we sandwiching it right here at the very end. And where we put it at the very base of the stockings, right? That like our heel part. This is exactly how it is. So I hope everyone could actually see it well now.
Yes, got it.
Okay, good. Very, very good. Alrighty. So, so I'm gonna put it mine again. Repin. Make sure it go down, of course, and then we're gonna repin. So when we pin, we don't even see it. All we see is the very edge just looking up at us, as among all the other nice, beautiful edges itself. Okay, that's all. Now we're gonna go on our sewing machine and we're gonna nicely sew 1/2 inch all the way around. Simple as that. So all the way around. So I'm gonna move my all my extra stuff here, and I want to put my sewing machine right back in here. So let me make sure you guys see me well. Okay, good. Beautiful. So for the luxury with my sewing machine, I would take this out. Also for online, Fridays would be sorry, because I answered for Monday. So Friday would be also for 6 p.m. If you need another time, we'll definitely could work with another time, but Friday is also 6 p.m. as well. Whether it's online, because what I'm going to try to do is alternate Fridays online and alternate Fridays in person. So if I have this Fridays online, then the other Friday going to be in person, and alternate, we're going to be doing the beginners class alternately itself on a Friday. All right. So I'm gonna sew everything nicely around. The cool thing with this machine, I could actually take out the mouth of the machine and just sew it around. So now we're just gonna take our time and nicely sew it around. That's it. Okay, so let's go. So let me put on this here. So if you find a lot of resistance when you're sewing, just take your time and help the fabric move itself if you need to. And there's something called walking. I'm gonna move right by my hand wheel here. You could always go ahead and move the fabric with your hands nicely if it's really tough, because now we have different layers, right? There's a point we have 3 different 2 layers, and then there's a point again with that loop we have 3 layers. So good. And then of course just take out your pin, of course, as you sew. Okay, so I'm coming to my big piece here where I have all the pieces. I am going to try my best to walk. So when I walk, I use my hand wheel instead of my feet and the pedal. I take my time and I walk nicely. Walk nicely. Walk nicely. Walk nicely. Walk nicely. You could even do a basket walk as well. Okay. Come again. Just take your time. So basically it's like you're pressing gas on your car. You just take your time. Okay? Take your time. Okay, take your time. Of course, take out your pin as you sew, okay? Take out all your pins nicely as you sew. So now I do my back stitch and I'm done. Okay. All right, so moment of truth. There you go. Let's hope everything that all the steps we follow actually come into pass. I'm telling you. All right. So now we're going to take out our pin nicely. And then, of course, and one thing, take out your pins. Sometimes, I make dresses for my daughter and I forget the pins in there. So take out your nice little pins. Make sure you feel your way through. You don't want extra poke. Okay. All right. So now moment of truth, guys. So I'm going to move everything on the side here. And so everything is nicely done here. We have our loop in this side here. And now I'm going to turn everything on right sides together. Okay. So I'm going to turn everything. And of course, it's good to turn. And then you want to. Okay. Hold on. I think I make a mistake. I did actually make a mistake, Angie. I did.
What happened?
I should have done it the other way. And I make it live. So that is fun. I like that. That is actually too much fun. Did you sew yours yet?
Yes, it's all done.
Okay.
Except my loop is at the bottom. There's a top, but it's all good.
So, oh gosh.
My pins are in between the.
Yes, sir. Your pins are in the
We're
between.
doing well, aren't we?
Okay, I know.
Yes.
So
I
so
think
guys,
it's hilarious.
so what we're supposed to do is like it's supposed to come out like this.
Advanced student.
I know. So it's supposed to be like this. This is the fun about sewing. Okay, so that's the cool thing about it. Some people are saying, you know what? Oh, I make mistake. You know what? Even the best of the best make mistake. Okay, so this is how it looks beautiful actually on this side with the loop here, right? It looks so nice. You can see that, Andrew. But the only thing that we need a little extra here, right? We need that extra here. So we could wear it like this.
I got mine stored.
Huh?
I got mine stored. Except the loop is at the bottom.
This at the bottom.
But it's all good.
So this is how, but you see how this actually looks really sweet because we just have an extension here, right? We can leave it like that, but that's not how I want it to come out.
I have it too.
Let me see yours. Let me see yours.
At the bottom too.
Oh, okay.
Hold it under, and it's just what it is.
So I know. So
Hours.
I know. So the cool thing where you could do, right? You could actually just sew it like do half, like a half base, and make another stitch on top, and it looks really pretty. Like a half, you could go half base down. No, inside. Go inside, not outside.
Inside.
Yeah, go a half base down inside,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And you could even just come out with an additional style, right?
It's all right. It's all good.
Oh man.
Let me see. Let me.
It looks like a stocking. So
It looks like a stocking.
I actually like where the handle ends.
where
up.
handle went. I think it
I
worked.
like that.
No, the handle. No, the handle was right. The handle come out exactly how it's supposed to come out. The only thing is that I have it on the right side where I'm supposed to put it on the wrong side. That's the only difference here. And see, those things could happen to. Let me see, Angie. Okay, so
I just have to pull it down.
no, push it down inside, not outside. You push it, yeah, inside. Like inside, so you can just have a little style at the very top because it come out so cute. It is like so cute. so cute like this. Although that's not the intention I wanted. All right, but anyway, come on, so cute. Okay, so what I'm gonna actually do. So this is it. This is the actual goal of the stocking. But again, this could be just as cute, right? The only thing, if you want it to remain just as cute, you have to do a top stitch to kind of keep it down. That's the only thing here, right? That's the only thing.
I like it with the fullness out and the loop here.
You like it with the fullness out, right?
Yeah, I think it looks nice with the full piece and the loop here.
Yeah, because yours is white.
Good.
Yeah, it looks so nice.
Yeah, because it's white, right?
It's white, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. There you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna actually, huh? Yeah, what I'm gonna.
Because my piece was bigger, I have a pleat at the back, but I'll just top stitch it down.
Okay, so you're gonna leave it like that? You don't want it like this? You don't want us to continue?
Well, we can continue.
I'm gonna continue.
Another piece that I can use.
Oh yeah, you have another piece for sure. So this is how it. You know what? This looks so pretty.
It does.
It looks like amazing.
What's wrong with anything. No one would know.
I know.
Feel like that.
That's the
No.
that's the, you know what, many times when I do things and you make a little mistake and the mistake come out so beautiful.
It looks fine. No one would ever
No one would never. Yeah, it's flawless. You know what I mean? Like very, very, very flawless. Okay. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do here, and I'm happy that this happened live because to let you know that even the best of the best is mistake could happen. But sometimes, many times, sometimes I make clothes and I do something wrong. But actually, when I do something right, it come out gorgeous. That happen all the time. Like this stocking is gorgeous. I could tell you that for sure. Although I wanted this way.
Are you picking out yours?
So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take this out. That's okay.
Make a little heel on my stocking.
You make a heel on your stockings. Okay, so I'm gonna take this part out.
I will pick it out and join the crew.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take it out.
I'll pick it out and join everyone.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this out live, guys. It's almost done actually. It was just to sew the other way around. So what I've done, I sew it, which is right side to right side, but I'll show you exactly what we're supposed to do to make sure that the raw edge is actually enclosed. Okay, so we're supposed to put it right side to wrong side. That's what I actually didn't do, because right side to right side is usually a norm, but there are times you have to go right side to wrong side to make sure you want to close that raw edge in there. But anyway, let me just show you. Let me show you.
Give me a second to pick out.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
The rippers are our sewers'
best friend. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Well said. So I'm going to take this out here. And I'm going to still leave my loop where it is. Because my loop, there's no problem with the loop at all. And then we would move along. All right. There you go.
We're checking out the whole thing, right? Right?
Yeah, it's just the top. Yeah, just the top piece. Yeah. I think I do some back stitch, so it's kind of heavy with the back stitches.
Yeah, that's just happening to me right now.
Yeah. So once you do that, I should have tested out first, but it's all good. It's all good. Okay. So when you're taking, that's why you see your seam repair could make life easier. It's also, you know, there's something in so it says measure once, measure twice, cut once.
Measure twice.
Yeah, so I didn't just test it out. I could have always tested it out, and I'll show you how we're gonna test it out just to make sure for the next time that this doesn't happen, because those things happen to anyone. All right. So even though that part looks very nicely, we didn't want it that way. Okay. Exactly. Okay.
It's fine with it, but yes, I do it right. I get it.
Oh Lord. All right, so I want to take this out nicely, so everything is almost to that point of.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we have it first out here. We'll make sure we leave the loop like this. Okay.
But the loop can stay how we had it, right?
Actually, no. When I think about it, no.
I'm just taking out everything, and I just took out the loop.
Yeah, we're gonna take out the loop here. So sorry, guys, we're gonna take out the loop as well.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we're gonna take out the loop. So what we're gonna do now, we are gonna put right sides to wrong side. So right sides here.
So right side on the full part, this piece, okay.
Yes. So we're gonna make sure this is right side. So our stockings is nicely right side, beautifully right side. Okay. Then we're gonna take this here now, which is the right side. We're gonna tuck it on the inside. So right sides and wrong side would touch. Does that make sense? So right sides, right sides and wrong side would touch. So that's what it's supposed to actually do. Not right side and right side, but right side and wrong side. So this is the right side. This is the right side of my stuff here. I'm gonna put it inside. So right side and wrong sides, of course, will touch. Okay. And then I'm gonna push it in here nicely. So we sandwich it in. Okay, and what we're gonna do here as well, we're gonna take the, We're gonna take our loop piece here now. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the loop piece here. Once you're sandwiched, then you're gonna put the loop piece inside as well. So right side and wrong side, same thing at the very edge. Okay, so remember, so the loop is on the right side here. We're gonna loop it on the wrong side in here. So right side and wrong side. Okay, so let me again do the same thing first. I'll pin it around again first, and then I'll open the loop and do, just to make things a little bit easier. So right side and wrong side, not right side and right side, which is a norm. Usually I would say right side and right side, which is a norm, but this time it's a little bit trickier, is right side and wrong sides. Let it touch. Okay, so we are going to pin nicely. Nicely. Okay. Pin all the way around. Right sides and wrong sides touching. But your stockings is on the right side and you're looking at your stocking nicely. All the way around. Okay. Right, so it's in here. The next thing we're gonna do here is our loop. Then we're gonna tuck it between. So we're gonna sandwich it in. Okay. So make sure you sandwich it in. You don't put it. So I'm gonna open some pin here again. So it's the same similar thing. I'm gonna sandwich it in between here. Okay. So I'm gonna
down, right? Sandwich it facing.
Yeah, facing down. Yeah. So I'm gonna open the edge here. I'm gonna make sure. I'm just gonna put it here. So I'm gonna just shove it down inside so I don't see anything once I pin it down. And of course, it's between the stockings, the wrong side of the stockings to the right side of the this part here. Okay, the fold, the stocking fold. So when we pin it down, we don't see it at all. So there's no pin. There's nothing on the outer side here. Everything is on the inside. You don't see it in here. You don't see it here because it's sandwiched in between. Okay. And where is the sandwich? On this side. Okay. It's on this side. It is nicely sandwiched. There you go. So thank you so much for those who are still watching me on live on Instagram. I appreciate you joining me, and for wherever else. Yes, dear.
Which part? Where is it sandwich? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you again. So here, so this is the back heel, right? And we have this here, and we have this here. So it's not, you're not seeing anything here. You're not seeing anything inside here because you're sandwiched it in between.
In between.
Yes, in between the two fabric. Yeah, it's in between the two fabric itself. It's nicely sandwiched inside.
Thank you. It's in the right place. Great.
Awesome. All right. So we can always test it out. So our goal to test it out is when we take it out like this, if you have the strength to test it out, because we have a lot of pin. This is how you could test it out, just to make sure everything is in place. So you test it out just like this, and it's supposed to be like this. So this is exactly how it is. Of course, when you iron it, you look really pretty and nice. But then this is when you test it out, then your loop is outside nice like this. Okay. The only thing that you might get a lot of poke. So just be careful when you're testing it out. Okay, so I'm gonna shove everything back inside. Just wanted to test it out to see, make sure everything is all good. And then now I'm gonna sew all the way around again. All right, so let's go. Everybody good so far? Got it very good? All right, good stuff. Okay, so once again, sure, wonderful. So again, just take your time because you have a lot of fabric to go through. Take your time, take out your pin as you sew, and there you go. Okay, there you go. Touch her nicely as you go. Turn nicely as you go. So now I'm coming up to my loop area here, my heavy area here. Just take my time. Take my time. I'll do a little back stitch here. All right, take your time. So I'm coming to my starting point, and I'm gonna make all my wonderful back stitch. Okay. All right. So this raw edge here, you could leave it just like this because you'll be folding it down just like this anyway, and no one would see on the inside. As well as if you have a serger, you could also serge it down. But again, once you fold it this way, not a soul would see what's going on the inside. Okay. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to just lightly serge it. Just lightly serge it. But again, you don't have to do it at all. Not at all. Let's see if I get the right thing here. Okay. So I'm just going to serge this area down just to clean out the raw edge. Take your time because it's very easy to cut if you do. You don't have to serge it at all, to be honest with you. If you want to. Yeah, because it's a little area there, so it's very easy to cut out the whole thing out. Okay. All right. There you go. Okay. So this is more my heavy piece now. Just gonna take some time. Or it could easily break my needle. Okay, done. All right. So the next thing, of course, is to iron it. So I'm not gonna iron it here, but it's to iron it nicely. So I'm gonna turn it. So all we have to do now is just turn that top part here. We'll turn it down nicely. Okay. Turn it nicely. And you have to iron it so it could actually look really nice and tailored. So that's what we actually wanted in the beginning. And you could also do a top stitch as well. And the top stitches you could also do is to keep the you don't have to actually. You could just iron it down. Like you're not really gonna wear it actually. So it's just for for its purpose. But you have to nicely tailoredly iron it down nicely. So does it come out right this time?
Yes, it came out right.
Yes, it did. So you have to always iron it, make sure, because you want that that inside to stay on the inside. So there you go. Ooh, I like it. Let me see yours, Angie. Fabulous. There you go. We only need ironing, that's all.
Yes, ironing it down now.
That's iron, exactly. So when you iron, you just iron the very top, guys, just to make sure it's nicely tailored it down. So I could actually just do a hand iron right here, hand iron right here, hand iron right here. And we are done. There you go. So this is your nicely tailored Christmas stockings. And I have some ladies almost finished theirs. So Godfrey, did yours come out fine? Oh, you make a little thing. Okay, good. Awesome. Look at Angie on fabulosa. Fabulosa. I know. It's too funny.
This is Mrs. Claus.
I know. It's just too funny.
Oh,
It's really too funny. I know. It's so cute. Go to make a nice little cute one. Okay, yes. Good. All right, guys. So I hope this was helpful. So don't mind if you want to make it the first way, because the first way was just as nice. There was a little mistake.
It was just as nice.
It was just as nice. And this is the other way, because this is the actual way we actually wanted it to be. So there you go. Awesome. So I hope this was helpful. if you like this tutorial, definitely give it a like. And of course, like, share, comment itself. Let it look, if you could actually just share our business, let everyone know that we do offer sewing classes in Brampton, beginners classes, intermediate classes, advanced classes. We also would be coming out with online classes in January, and that would be starting on Fridays in January. So by the special grace of God, that is our plan for 2024. I'm hoping this tutorial was helpful. Thank you so much for those who have stick on to watch me on Instagram and wherever else you watch me. I'm not able to see comment in general, but I'm so very grateful itself. And of course, I want to give it up to all my wonderful students. Angie and Godivere will be sending me a picture of their stockings, and of course, I'll be posting it itself on my Instagram
I just have
page.
my iron got like some black. I just wipe off the white part and I'll send you a picture.
Sure, of
Like,
course.
I was ironing the black and then it went on the white. And I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, that was happening. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying here with the iron. I know. Yeah, no worries at all, for sure. And Godivere will be sending me a little one with her little heels, of course. So.
Little heels.
There you go.
I love it.
Yes, awesome. So, any comment, anything you want to say, guys, before we head off today?
I'll say this: learning sewing as a skill is it's positive. Like it's a game changer in your life, right? So if you ever want to learn how to sew, it's a game changer. Sewing your own clothes, sewing your own stuff. Like Jalise showed me how to sew, and now I'm making a knapsack, right? And I would never be able to do that without the basics teaching. Well, basic, advanced class, dressmaking, manipulate patterns, all that Jalise taught me, and I was able to make a backpack. So you expand your skills based on what Jalise have taught me at Infinite Modesty Designs.
Awesome.
And my husband now is joined, so he's been making his pants and his shirt. So hey,
there you go.
Excited. So
awesome.
If anyone wants to do a skill, I would recommend it's Infinite Modesty Design School.
Wonderful. Well said. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support, because your support means like gym to me, Angie. And Godivere again, like big time Godivere as well. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. I appreciate it like a million. So thank you, Angie. So Angie's husband is in my class right now. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Yes. A quick learner too.
Yeah, like
Yes, you did really well with this bag. I was so impressed.
Fabulously well, I'm telling you. yes. So Godivere, anything you want to say quickly, because we're gonna wrap in just a minute or so.
It's sewing looks like a challenge, and it's not. It's just that we need to get the fog out of our mind, throw everything in the back, what we think we know, and come with a willingness to get to acquire a new, fresh way of how to sew. Even though you have that skill, you can always improve on what you have.
There you go.
It's
well said.
definitely easier. I find that Jalise makes the complicated thought process out of sewing very easy, chewable and manageable to understand. That learning, it becomes very fast and easy.
There you go.
So come out to Infinite Modesty Design.
I know, exactly.
Come out. Yeah. It's the place to be.
There you go. Awesome. All righty. Well said. Thank you, guys, ladies. I'm so grateful. You hang out with me still. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. For those who have joined me, if you have any question or concern about our classes, our courses, whether online or in person, definitely you can leave a comment, send me a message on Instagram or wherever you want to send me a message. If you're on my email list, you could also reply. People have been replying back to my emails itself about my classes. So thank you so much. Remember, Jesus Christ is the author of our soul. He loves you to the bones. And one of the greatest gifts you could give yourself is to get to know him as your personal Lord and Savior. Awesome. Amen in Jesus' name. All right, guys. So thank you so much, everyone, and have yourself a wonderful night. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Jalise at Infinite Modesty Designs.